Good morning, YouTube. It is Sharice here. It's currently 5:40. I'm going to round up to 45 because it's 44. That kind of bothers me. It's 5:45 a.m. on Monday, the 7th of January. Oh my goodness. I'm excited to go back, but I'm also like, leave me alone. That's literally the song I think of every time I think about a coworker asking me a question or asking me about how my break was. I feel like if they follow me on social media, I didn't do anything but just hang out with my family for a few days and then just chill out here. Like, for real. I don't know. I just get annoyed sometimes by that stuff, but I need to show them the love of Christ and just answer the question. All right, let me tell you what's on my face because I'm loving the way my base has been coming out lately. I feel like I've been killing it with my complexion as of late, with just matching the shade and the undertones that I have. And this suggestion actually came from Tiff Jeff 1069 or 89 here on YouTube. Her name's Tiffany. Tiff, she lives down in Savannah, Georgia. We used to be neighbors, kind of. I was in South Carolina, like right above her, and she was right below me in Savannah. And let me tell you what's on my face because I'm loving what this has come out so far. For primer, I have on the Ulta Beauty matte face primer. This is one of my favorites. Really, really, really like it. Haven't used it in a while and loving what I'm seeing. For foundation, I did a mixture, and I'm not mad at mixing foundations to get the perfect finish, but I do hate mixing foundations to get the perfect shade. That's annoying. Nobody wants to do that in 2019. So the two I have mixed together are the Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation, and I have the shade Cocoa, mixed with the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15 Full Cover Oil-Free Shine Foundation in the shade Cool Walnut 8.25. You can see these. This one is a little bit more on the golden side. This one is a little bit more neutral. So together they make me, because I have like neutral golden undertones. And the finish is so, so, so pretty. My skin still looks like skin, but I've got excellent coverage, and I know that I'll have oil control. So I am loving this combination. This might be a go-to for this time of year. And then to set my face, I went in with my Coty Airspun powder in the shade Suntan for the center of my face and my under eyes and eyelids. And then I used a little bit of the ColourPop No Filter setting powder in the shade Medium Deep for the perimeters of my face. And then for some extra reinforcement and to add a little bit more coverage, I went in with the Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Creamy Beige, just to add a little bit more coverage to my cheek area because I am breaking out significantly and I have lots of dark spots. This side is healing up pretty okay. This one is still kind of, and then there's some coming on my chin. Who knows why? But I use this, and then for a bronzer, I use the same powder in a different shade, in the shade Ebony. I love what this looks on my skin tone. Looks so good as a bronzer, just to add a little bit more definition and warmth to the skin. Then for blush, I went into the Siharin Volume 2 or Volume 1 blush palette. And I also use this for my highlighter. So the blush I used is Zane, the bright pink. I've been loving this as a blush. I like pink blush. And then I used Zara as my highlight that you can see on my nose and on my brow bone. I'm staying away from the cheeks because texture. So that's a tip. I didn't really put any on my lip either. Sometimes I like that, sometimes I don't. So yeah. And then I already did my brows with my Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil. So that's what I have on my face so far, but we're going to do a quick eye look. And I'm going to focus on my two newest palettes, which is the Ace Beauté Flare palette and then the Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette. So I'm just going to open them up and see what we're going to do. We're going to do something super simple, super quick. All right. All right, so just from looking, I think I'm actually just going to stick with the Feral palette because I've already used some of these neutrals in the Ace Beauté and I don't want to use them again. So, and I've used about half the shades in both of these palettes on camera. I have my coffee right here. Let me take 5 sips so I can actually finish it by the time this by the time I need to do my lips. Let me take 5 sips so I can be done by the time I need to do my lips. Too many syllables, but I was trying to rhyme. That was 2 really big sips. All right, the Ferrell palette. Today, the shades we're going to use are Woofing. Sorry, there's some shadow on it. Yes. Woofing, Canis Lupus, and Alpha. So these are 3 of the more neutral shades. And then there are only going to be 3 shades in this palette that I've never touched. So we're going to use these 3 at the top. This is Woofing, Canis Lupus, and Alpha. We're going to create a look using those. I'm going to go in with Canis Lupus as my transition shade. I'm going to use this to deepen up the crease, and then I'm going to put this all over my lid. So let's go ahead and get to it. Taking that middle shade, Canis Lupus, on this fluffy BH Cosmetics 140 brush that matches my Ulta bathrobe. I'm just going to put that in the crease. I'm going to see how it looks. It is fairly light, so it may not even really show up on me, which is totally fine. So that's why I chose a more fluffy brush, just to kind of do a wash of this color. I'm not looking for it to be super duper intense, but just to have something there. Yeah, it's pulling like very cool tone, kind of ashy on me, but it is a more cool tone shade. So we're just gonna literally just fluff this. Like I said, this is gonna be a really quick look. Just going to work. It's a teacher work day, so I don't even know what they have planned for me today. Pretty sure my work hours are 7 to 3 on teacher work days. I cannot remember. I'm really bad at remembering that kind of stuff. All right, we're gonna take one of my favorite blending brushes. This is the It's My Ray Ray and BH Cosmetics collaboration brush, number 6. And I'm gonna go into that shade Alpha, which is also cool tone. It's like a darker grayish brown. I'm gonna see how that looks in the outer V. Wow, it comes off just straight up gray on my skin. Like very cool toned gray. Pigmentation is great. These mattes blend so smooth. They're super easy to build. I'm gonna focus this on this outer area. And we're gonna go in with more after we do our lid color as well. I'm just gonna quickly throw this, like this eye look is gonna be super simple, really, really fast. I'm using kind of my go-to technique, transition color, outer V / defining color, and then a lid color. Like that's kind of my go-to more fancy makeup look when I wanna be extra cute for school. When I wanna be cute, but I'm being lazy, I'll literally just use 1 eyeshadow shade and just buff out the edges and call it a day. But when I wanna be more fancy, I'll use 3. There are some times where I'll just use 2. But yeah, makeup doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be hard in order to look good. So sometimes, you know, keeping it simple is better. I actually really like this on my eyes, this gray. I feel like I could do a matte look, like if I just did this and did a wing liner, like that could be a look in itself because my lids are already like have foundation and powder on them. So it looks like a look almost as is, which is kind of cool. I've been getting into more like all matte looks as well, so. All right, yeah, I really like this shade. It's different. It's not black and it's not a brown. It's something different, which I like. All right, I'm just going and softening up the edges right now with whatever's left over on the brush. And now we're gonna take that shade. I am so hot. I am literally sweating in here. Now I'm gonna take the shade Woofing, and I'm gonna put that on my lid from this palette. It is a pretty like mauve-y shimmer. That is so beautiful. I think that'll be great for like everyday wear. I'm gonna take it on my finger and we're gonna apply that to the lid. Oh yeah, that's like a beautiful rose kind of color. A rosy mauve. And And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that and apply that to this entire inner portion of my lid. Also kind of diffusing it out into my crease with my finger as well, and into the outer V area. Wow, this is coming off, it's really popping on my skin tone, and contrast with my skin is coming off very, very much like a rosy pink, which is really, really pretty. And then with the gray and the crease, it's nice. It's nice. It's still soft, but kind of bold at the same time. It's really pretty though. I'm not mad. All the shimmers I've used from Menagerie Cosmetics have been amazing. I really like the texture of them too. They're not overly creamy. They're very creamy, but not like too creamy. I feel like they're super easy to apply with your finger and really easy to apply with a synthetic brush as well. So you have options. And they just blend so easy. And I feel like a little bit goes a long way. Like, I'm going to have this palette forever. Like, how will I ever hit pan? That's how I'm feeling with these shadows. What is my dog up to? I hear stuff going on. I got a little bit of stuff on my lower lash line that I don't want there. So I'm just going to take this small little brush and kind of just like buff it away so it's not as obvious. There we go. So here's what we got so far. I'm going to go back into Alpha, that shade that we're using the outer V area. And I'm just going to lightly take some of that and blend into the lid shade, woofing, and into the crease a little bit. Just to soften everything up. Now I'm just making sure everything is symmetrical. This look is really, really pretty, really, really soft, but also somewhat bold. Like on my skin, this is coming off really, really pink, as you can see, but it's still soft because we're using gray. We're not using dark browns. It's just pretty. It's different. I don't think I've ever used gray and like a rosy pink on my eyes before, but I really like the way that this looks. It's pretty. All right, now you have options. You can do eyeliner on the bottom. You can put eyeshadow on the bottom. For me, I'm going to highlight my inner corner, and I don't think I'm going to put anything on my lower lash line. I like to do this a lot for daytime. One, it saves time doing your makeup, and two, it makes it just less intense and more daytime wearable, even though your look might be a little bit more colorful or more bold or more just not neutral. So that's something I like to do. For my inner corner, I'm going to use the highlight that I used on my face. Yes, first back for my son. Oh, yes, that's great to have a day off while the kids go to school. I'm going to use Zara to put in my inner corner. That's what I have on my nose and on my brow bone. That's always nice. You know, I understand the like how excited parents are when their kids go back to school in the summer. Hilarious. And like after a break, so funny to me. And then it makes me laugh. I'm like, your kids are not, especially like now at the school I'm at now, I'm like, your kids are not that bad. Why do y'all want them to come back so bad? You don't want to spend time with them? But no, I understand needing a break. That's like, parenting is just a lot. I feel like I'm a parent sometimes at school. Some of the stuff kids tell me and ask me, and some of the situations I have to deal with, I'm like, this is too much. I could not do this all day and then come home to this right now. Somebody asking me questions and all this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I've only had one kid who's in middle school tell me that I'm not his mom. And I was like, I praise the Lord that I'm not your mom. He was like, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my mom. And I was like, thank the Lord that I'm not your mother, because, oh, he is just, thanks. This child. I actually get to see him. Wait, what's today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll see him on Wednesday if he comes to school. And I'm getting some new students at the alternative school, so that'll be interesting and fun. All right, so that's it for eyeshadow. I just want to do something, simple, soft. It took me like less than 10 minutes to do this eye look, and it's actually really, really, really pretty. Not gonna put anything on my lower lash line. I'm just gonna put on some mascara, and then I already know what I want to do for my lips. So I kind of had a plan. So it's not taking that long. I'm going to use the Maybelline, the Falsies Push-Up Angel. But yeah, thank you. I like that this came out for the first day. I don't even know what I'm going to wear. I'm that person that does their makeup before they choose what they're going to wear. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize the glitter in this eyeshadow is like a hot, hot, hot pink, like my bathrobe. That is pretty. These Menagerie Cosmetics eyeshadows keep surprising me when I look at them in different lighting and I look at them up close. I'm like, wow, that's really pretty. Like, they really did their thing with that palette. I'm glad I have it. I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara. Yeah, I didn't tell you, I had a student call me the N-word. That happened like right before we went out for winter break. But he didn't know what he was saying. So like he heard it on YouTube. We asked him how he found out about that word, and he said, I heard it on YouTube. So that's, this child was also in the second grade. So, he really had no idea, but that happened. And then what else happened? Oh, a kid called me an African booty scratcher. So that was an experience. That whole last week right before break, I feel like the kids were just like, we're done. We're done. But they did pretty good. Usually it's a little more wild that week leading up to like Christmas, especially since we didn't get out till the 21st. That's really close. That's really close. In my opinion, I feel like we should have the whole week off before. So like the 18th should be the last day always during December. But no. But yeah, I really can't complain. I love the school I'm at now. It's amazing. It really is a phenomenal school. Yeah, them kids testing my patience. Yeah, call me an African booty scratcher. I laughed, honestly. It was probably not the best reaction, but I just laughed. I was like, really? I literally just like made a face like that, laughed, and like kept teaching. I was just like, and the kids were like, you could feel like, the air gets sucked out of the room. Like all the other kids were like, what is she gonna say? How is she gonna react? And I literally just like, ha ha ha, and I just kept teaching. And now that student and I have developed a closer relationship through that incident because she is a young Black woman. So, I mean, good has come from it. So, yeah, I'm not mad at the situation, honestly, because I've gotten to kind of know her a little bit better, why she said that to me and all that. And yeah. One of the habit, we're a 7 habit school. So habit number 5, seek to understand, then to be understood. And so that's very important as a teacher. Sometimes, students say stuff and they do things. Yeah, oh yeah, kids bring everything. Oh Lord, ooh, some stuff kids have told me. I'm like, baby, we gotta go to the office. I gotta report this. I'm like, ooh. By law, I have to report this, that you're telling me some of these things. Like, I'm glad you trust me and all that, but yo, you just literally just got your mama and daddy in a lot of trouble. And grandma and grandpa and uncles and whoever else is involved in certain situations. Like, you just, But yeah, they really do. That's why I don't blame the kids. I always talk about this when it comes to my previous school. I don't blame kids for how they act and behave to a certain extent, because some of them, I know that's the only way they know how to act and react to situations. Like at my previous school, the kids were very violent. And I got cussed out like every day, at least once every day. And, just stuff like that. Like their first reaction was like profanity and violence. And I don't blame them for that, because I know that's all they see. That's all they know. Those are the only coping mechanisms that they have. So I can't blame them for that, because they don't know any better. And so we're at school trying to teach them alternatives on how to react and handle situations. So I never blame them for the stuff that they did to each other, they did to me. We just try to discuss with them how it's not okay, how it's not acceptable, how they need to change their coping mechanisms, and try and give them options and alternatives, healthier options and alternatives versus just profanity and violence, because if they continue on that cycle, that doesn't fly in the real world. It doesn't fly at work if I just start laying hands on people and cussing them out and threatening them and their family, like you can't do that in the real world. So, and that goes over a kid's head as well. Like they don't understand, because I'm in elementary school most of the time. They don't really get that. Middle school, 8th grade is when they're just starting to realize like there's life beyond being a kid. Does that make sense? It's hard sometimes dealing with children. Like it's hard. Even some high schools, I find like 10th graders, 10th grade, it really starts to click. Like, oh, like my childhood is coming to an end. Yes, it is. You're gonna have to figure stuff out, a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I don't blame the kids. I know a lot of them, they really just don't know any other way to act. So, which I mean is not what I signed up for when I was like, I'm going to be a music teacher, but that's just a part of the job. And that's why teachers have such a great influence. And that's why being a teacher is powerful. And if you love kids, you have a passion and you have a deep understanding and empathy for others, you should consider teaching too. And if you like to be poor, you should also consider being a teacher. All right. Well, that was a cool rant for this morning. Hopefully you're inspired to mentor some children. And I said all that while applying mascara. You know how I remember being a kid, like younger, and like when I first started wearing makeup, like I got to wear mascara when I was 14, I believe. And like you heard people say like they can't put on mascara with their mouth closed, I think it was. And I was like, this is really easy. Like weird stuff like that. When I was younger, I like to like figure it out or like see if I could do it. I don't know. Well, this is basically the look. I'm gonna put on my lips today. The Too Faced, I don't even know what this thing is called. It's Girl Code. Andrea Renee made me get it. It's like their butter lipstick, I think. It's kind of the same shade as my lids, like a more cool tone kind of pink. And then I'm going to put Fenty Gloss Bomb on top, which I am over halfway done with this now. Wow. Mine has lasted me quite a long time. But yeah, this is the look for back to school. I need to do my hair. I really don't want to do my hair. I'm so over having hair, y'all. I don't really want to wear it down today, though. I have a feeling I'm going to be like moving stuff around. Yeah, it's really good. I really like it. Scratching my scalp. Ow! I have like a part of my nail. I don't know if my nail's broken or if like the gel polish has like a gap in it. But my hair keeps snagging underneath and I hear it like snap when it gets caught in there. And I don't like that sound. All right, this is it for my hair. Oh, cool. I like it with the gloss. But yeah, this is like something I would wear to school. Like if I wanted to be a little fancy, but didn't have a lot of time. So actually I'm right on track with time. It's only 6:08. I like to try and leave by 6:30. So I'm doing great with time. So I'm gonna go get dressed. I don't know if I can wear jeans. I might just roll up in jeans since there's no kids and just like be like, oh, since it's a teacher work day, I thought I could wear jeans, but I might just wear black pants because I'm allowed to do that, like black jeans. They call them black pants. So I don't even know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm kind of excited and then kind of like about going back to work, but I'm excited for a new year. And my favorite teaching month is coming up. So that's exciting. Black History Month. You guys have a marvelous Monday. And I hope that your kids, if they're in school, have an awesome first day back. And yeah, enjoy your day of rest and probably getting stuff done. Bye. Thank you.